Once upon a time, the Delta city of Stockton, California was affectionately known as Mudville. Mudville more appropriately reflected the region's character. Much of the land had been reclaimed from the miles of surrounding island waterways, and until recent years was the largest freshwater port on the west coast. Mudville was also renowned for its superior baseball team and excellent playing facility on Banner Island in Stockton. According to legend, in the spring of 1888, the immortal game between the local talent of the Mudville Nine and the Eastern All-Stars was played. Mudville, led by their local hero Casey, went up against the highly favored All-Star team. The fame of that early Stockton baseball club was perpetuated by Ernest L. Thayer. Thayer was the editor of the Lampoon at Harvard University. One of Thayer's classmates was William Randolph Hearst. Upon leaving Harvard, Hearst continued in the newspaper profession as the publisher and owner of the San Francisco Examiner. Thayer was offered a position in his family's textile company in the East. Instead, he chose to continue writing and traveling through Europe and the United States. It was during that time that Thayer and Hearst were reunited. Thayer was hired as a contributing writer for the Examiner. Thayer, the writer and poet, was at Banner Island in June of 1888 to document the drama of the historical encounter and Casey's memorable at-bat in the famous poem. The poem was published in June of 1888, appeared obscurely on the editorial page of the Examiner, and would have been forgotten if it were not for the chain of events which, sometime later, put the newspaper clipping into the hands of one DeWolf Hopper. Hopper, a well-known thespian, was to perform on the East Coast before a crowd partially comprised of professional baseball players. The poem was recited for the first time in public. The slow build to Casey's climactic encounter with fate, capped off with the whip heard round the world, took the audience by total surprise and delighted one and all. Hopper was to perform this recital again and again over the years that followed. The rest is history. The poem has become a part of American folklore, an enchanting mix of drama and history set in the grand old game of baseball. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Any time a baseball game is played, no matter where, from sandlots to Yankee Stadium, the tradition of our American pastime and the essence of the poem is rekindled. Here's to Casey and Stockton, the real home of the Mudville Nine.